We MRAs are watching a movie called Queen because we wanted to talk about smaller aspects of life. If feminists created certain rules and they are forcing us to play the game, then we will use their rules to take on them. So you can't stereotypically classify men, in that kind of a thing, because men have a huge range of behavior that is available, right? Yeah, let's continue. Let's.
इतना इमोशनल कैस्ट्रेशन दोस्तों कि वो इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस से वंचित रह जाता है।
और इसका नतीजा क्या होता है? दुनिया भर में सुसाइड के कारण मारे जा रहे लोगों को अगर आप देखोगे तो आदमियों में ये रेट औरतों से कहीं ज्यादा है। इंडिया में भी सरकार के एनसीआरबी डेटा के अनुसार आदमियों में आत्महत्या करने का रेट 2.5 गुना ज्यादा है औरतों के कंपैरिजन में। इन सभी प्रॉब्लम्स के पीछे क्या कारण है? पेट्रियार्कल सोच और पेट्रियार्की। इसलिए जब फेमिनिस्ट कहते हैं स्मैश पेट्रियार्की, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वो आदमियों के खिलाफ है। पेट्रियार्की एक ऐसी सोच है जो औरतों और आदमी दोनों की जिंदगियां तबाह कर रही है। क्लिक करके देख सकते हैं। इसके अलावा भी इंटरनेशनली भी इन मुद्दों को अक्सर रेस किया गया है, जैसे कि केसी जे की फेमस टेडेक्स टॉक जिसपे 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा व्यूज है। फेमिनिस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट
men's rights. Can we go back? Can you see the title? Can you see the title of that talk? Yeah, please stay. Yeah. So Akshat, read the title.
Meeting the enemy. A feminist comes to terms with men's right movement. KCJ.
What? This is what Dhruv Rathee is showing. So meeting the enemy, a feminist comes to terms with men's rights movement.
Right.
Okay, great. Let's stay here. So he is talking about a feminist, American feminist, young American feminist, meeting men's rights activists. Right?
Right.
If Cassie Jaye is the example that Dhruv Rathee is giving right now, then why don't we talk to women in India and say, be like Cassie Jaye and meet the men's rights movement? The feminists can meet us, right? Just like she met the enemy, right? Why don't they come and meet us and discuss what she did? And she made a documentary, right? Then she basically interviewed them, right?
Right.
Okay. So here is the news. Cassie Jaye has met me. We have met in 2017 in Australia in the conference where I was a speaker. She was also a speaker, and her movie was screened. And what Dhruv Rathee is not saying, the title of her documentary. She's giving a TED talk, that is great. What was the title of her documentary? The Red Pill. So I hope Dhruv Rathee will have courage. Dhruv Rathee will have courage to watch her documentary, The Red Pill, which is freely available, by the way, and find out who are the characters. And then I would expect Dhruv Rathee to find out how badly the men's activists of USA were demonized. Because she also thought that these guys are monsters. These guys are potential rapists. These guys are patriarchal people. She also thought, and she went and met them. She had the courage to do that. She went and met them. She made the documentary. It was many months. By the way, she met Paul Elam. She met Mark Angelucci. She met a lot of NCFM guys, National Coalition for Free Men, Harry Couch, and many more people. And I know them because we are all the same tribe, right? I keep meeting them every year once at least, right? Now, why doesn't he talk more? So he's saying like Cassie Jaye is also, but in the end of the video, Cassie Jaye says, but the point is, she ultimately gave up on feminism. End of the talk. Okay, and I'm not going to a feminist called Erin Pidgey. She started the domestic violence shelters for women. She's the first woman to start domestic violence shelters for women. And she was thrown out of feminism because she started domestic violence shelters for men. So she really did what Dhruv Rathee is saying, and she did it in 70s. She started the domestic violence shelters for women, and after a couple of years, she started domestic violence shelters for men. And then the feminists said, no way. You are not going to help men. If you help men, We will throw you out. Her dog was shot. She was given death threats. She has to live in exile. And is Erin Pichi today a feminist? No, she's a men's rights activist. And she's like in 80s. And she recently got the British Crown order. She got Commander of British, order. So that's like a Padma Shri or a Padma Bhushan. So she got like Padma Bhushan kind of a award from the British government. And she was surprised and for all the work that she did for women and also men. So let's hope that Dhruv Rathee someday will go through the life of Erin Pichi if he really, is a male feminist or whatever egalitarian that he claims to be. It's a challenge that we are throwing at him.
1 करोड़ से ज्यादा व्यूज है. Feminist talking about men's rights.
There is no denying that there are many human rights issues that uniquely or disproportionately affect men.
Famous literary person called Fakir Mohan Senapati. He's a very famous person in Orissa literature. Those 10, 15 top people. He wrote a play, humorous play called Patent Medicine. It is about a woman, a rich woman, fixing her wayward, womanizing, kind of an addict husband. Okay. So he wrote it long back. And he also wrote a story of a little girl, maybe 7 or 8-year-old girl, how she was not allowed to go to school and how she was blamed for the family's misery because she went to school. And many men in that family died. In fact, all the men in the family died, including her father and other men, and all died. And everybody dies basically. Ultimately, this little girl and the grandma, who is like 75 or 80, she is alive, and the little girl is alive, and they have nothing to eat. So this particular short story is called Rebati, basically Revati. Okay, it was a very touching story written, right? Now we will all go and deny all these things and all that. That's not the point here. The point is, you don't try to sell Raja Raman Roy or any other. And Raja Raman Roy, there are many controversies about him as well. Okay, so the point is that if there is progress and lot of things are evolving, men have contributed, and all men have contributed to it for the betterment of men and women. Now you can't say that once the cake is made, we will eat 90% of the cake, and for the men we leave 10%. I still remember in 1980s there was a feminist banner. There was a feminist protest going on. I was not there, but it is a picture in the newspaper. So where there is a feminist protest going on with lot of banner, but one banner said, "We are not against men." One banner said, "We are not against men." Today, you show me any feminist banner which says we are not against men or we are against gender war. See, with every progress, they are getting more radicalized. Now then, why the hell we will say we are not against women? Why will we say that? Why will we give that? We will also match with them. We will also do exactly the game that they play. We will play the game, the rules with the rules that feminists created. If feminists created certain rules and they are forcing us to play the game, then we will use their rules to take on them. Right? It's not like I will create another set of rules, or I will take egalitarian, humanitarian rules. Why? If feminists are so great, male feminists and women and feminism is so great, and they have made the rule book and they have implemented in India or they have implemented in USA. So let's play come on, it's so great. Then let's play the same rule book. Okay. Right? I mean, the way they opposed the Father's Day. Since last couple of years, they opposed the Father's Day. How many feminists have talked against the toilet day being celebrated on International Men's Day? None. Then the feminists are talking as like International Men's Day, you have created, now we will also celebrate Toilets Day on the same day. So of course, fine. For you, if International Men's Day is Toilets Day, then for us, International Women's Day is False Case Day.
False Case Day.
Right. We have the same rule book. We'll play. That's how the game has to be played, right? Now, whatever Dhruv Rathee is saying, it all sounds good in theory. But this theory is good, was always good. But we don't see none of these theories in practice. Let us say somebody made a great theory about a machine, or an aeroplane. Now you never constructed it, right? You don't even get the basic parts. I mean, you didn't even put the frame in place. Let's say, Akshat, somebody says in Mumbai, मैं बढ़िया सा इमारत बनाऊंगा, जुहू में, तो बनाओ. जुहू में तो सब नॉर्मल छोटे घर है, तो कोई बड़ा इमारत बनाऊंगा, बुर्ज खलीफा से भी बड़ा इमारत बनाऊंगा. ठीक है भाई, बनाओ, कौन मना कर रहा है, बनाओ, खुश होंगे हम लोग. बट तुमने एक टेंडर भी नहीं निकाला, एक प्रोजेक्ट का बेसिक डिजाइन भी रेडी नहीं है, एक ब्लूप्रिंट भी रेडी नहीं है. फॉरगेट अबाउट डिगिंग वर्क और एक्वायरिंग लैंड और व्हाटएवर. You are only talking. Nothing is there. 20 years I'm waiting. 20 years have passed. बुर्ज खलीफा तो बोलो, तुम्हारा ब्लूप्रिंट भी नहीं दिख रहा है. Come on, हम सॉफ्टवेयर के बंदे हैं. So what happens is we discuss an idea, we sleep over it, and then we work on the idea, then we come with a high level design. Okay, it's not a detailed coding and all. We don't talk coding. We talk about high level design, at a higher level design, or we go through whatever iterations of Scrum or whatever, Agile and all. By some blueprints you show us, no, about a egalitarian or a feminist future after, let's say, 2100, after another 80 years, how the India will be. You make a comics or you make a pictured thing, right? How men are, how women are, how the families are running, how the children are taken care, how the courts work, how the police will be behaving, how the judges are behaving, how the politicians are behaving, and how the criminals are behaving. You show it something. At least show us a blueprint or show us some comic movie. At least कुछ तो दिखाओ. इनके पास नहीं है. ये सब हवाबाजी है. इनको खुद को पता नहीं है कि ये कर क्या रहे. फेमिनिस्ट्स को पता नहीं है what they are doing. Okay, let me give you one data. Women in USA, United States of America today, are more unhappy than the women, their grandmothers. Okay, they are more unhappy. They are independent, they are free, they are earning money, they have got equality, but they are more unhappy. I am not saying that they should live there like their grandma and all. I am not recommending at all. That is their choice. It's a choice of the women to be feminist. Who am I to stop them? You live the way you want, but you are unhappy. And I'm not saying that, we should be going back to 1960s and traditional gender roles. And who am I to say that? I can only say a bit about my life, a bit of why should I, we are not a religion that will prescribe people. The point is, these people have failed. These people have failed in USA and Western countries. And they are selling that snake oil. बंगाली बाबा का चूरन, वो तो बंगाली बाबा नहीं रहेगा वहां पे. इज लाइक बिल गेट्स बाबा का चूरन यहाँ पे बेच रहे हैं बैठ के. What are you doing? Like, come on. I mean, they have nothing to offer. There's nothing exists on paper. Like, this is just like saying, men and women together. It's not patriarchy, it's not matriarchy, but it is bhaichara, brotherhood. And it is about, partnership between men and women. Come on. It is getting worse day by day. Okay, it is getting worse day by day. These feminists in the parliament, they said, if there is a divorce, half of the property of husband will go to wife, irrespective of duration of marriage, whether the property was purchased before marriage or after marriage or whatever, inherited or inheritable. So that means a woman within 3 months of marriage, she can take half of the property of the husband. And this was a feminist thing, and no feminist opposed it. Okay? Everybody was on board. Yeah.
Vice versa also.
Vice versa was not there. So that means if the woman has property and the man doesn't have property, and the man really cared for the woman, let us say as a house husband for 20 years, and the woman has, like, say 10 properties or 5 properties, he will not get even 10% of it. That was the deal. That was the deal that was on the table, right? So you can't be, you can't be like in two different polarities, and you can't say that, like, this is feminism but this is how it is happening. We don't know what is happening. It is like, those extremists who take to arms, right?
So, sir, at least then that by this statement of yours, at least then now we have at least a blueprint for
Of course,
2100 years from now.
We
That
do
vice
have a
versa.
blueprint for we have a blueprint for men for 200 years, and it is very simple. Those men who choose to be following a monastic order, okay, they go to a monastery like the Buddhist monastery or some similar kind of a monastic order. They are self-sufficient. They cultivate. They cook food. They live in a simple life. They earn money. That is a monastic order. So that exists for us. Then there are some men who want to marry. Even for them, it's okay. Only they need to keep that alimony money somewhere separate. So first you earn money for maybe 20 years, make enough money so that you qualify for marriage in India. Because the alimony in India is like starts with 1 crore. Okay.
Hmm.
So you first earn 1 crore. And but by the way, you need money for yourself. So you earn 2 crores. Whatever time it takes, then keep 1 crore in one corner and another 1 crore for the alimony, another 1 crore you keep it for your own social security or financial security, and then you quit the job, then become a house husband, take care of the woman, give her a good foot massage, cook food, take care of children, change the diapers, whatever, plumbing, fixing, whatever you want to do. You can do some work online, maybe 2-3 hours, part time. We are by the way, we are offering this to feminist women. If they really want that kind of a deal that the woman works 8 or 9 hours, works and commutes in a tech company or in an MBA firm, like Chetan Bhagat became a house husband around 7-8 years back because his wife is also from a IM or something. She's working and this guy is like taking care of the house and he's writing his books and all. So, I mean, there are many guys who hate Chetan Bhagat. There are many guys who love him. We are like indifferent, but we are saying that why can't we have a Chetan Bhagat kind of a thing? Like he's financially self-sufficient. If there is a problem, he can also pay 1 crore, 10 crore alimony. Okay. And he's working at home and he's taking care of the kids or, plumbing, fixing and cooking food or whatever, right? I mean, so we have blueprint ready. If any women are interested for that kind of a, thing, then that's good. But only thing is you should not be calling the man toxic or you should not be having gendered conversations like you are a loser, you are not man enough. And by the way, that man may not fight. If tomorrow somebody throws stones at you in the house or somebody attacks your house, that man won't go and fight against that one. Like Dhoni's house, right? Outside the Dhoni's house, they burn tire and all that. So if somebody does a violence or something, the man will just call the police and he will not pick up anything to basically defend and all that, right? So
Roles
हमारा
are
तो
changing.
blueprint ready है. We
Roles are
have
changing.
blueprint ready already, yeah. But the feminists have nothing ready, yeah. I mean, we guys can adopt an orphanage with children, take care of those children, and those children can grow. So it is not necessary that surrogacy or we need to produce and we need to propagate our genes. We can take care of an orphanage and then we can grow the whole thing and help the children really grow to become positive human beings, being with MRAs in a positive human beings and both boys and girls and all, and we can create a very good society and a commune, right? Yeah. So I have a feeling that you know. mm, Dhruv Rathee is selling us the idea called feminism against patriarchy, which is going to be beneficial for women and also men, whereas we found that it has not worked for American women. American women are unhappy. So maybe he wants Indian women to be more unhappy, and he wants Indian men also to become more unhappy being male feminists. Okay.
Right.
Whatever. But I think Farhan Akhtar is much more unhappy than any one of us. Amir Khan, Farhan Akhtar, and all these guys who are like so-called male feminists, like Rahul Bose. We don't think these guys are like happy guys. And Rahul Bose, he's a sports guy. He talks about sports and whatever, American
Yes.
football or whatever, all that stuff. So we are waiting for these guys to talk about emotions and these feelings and all that. These guys are actors. Okay. But let me ask you one question. We found that police is patriarchy, judiciary is patriarchy, government is patriarchy. What else is patriarchy? We'll find out. But I'll ask you one thing. Do you think Bollywood is patriarchal? Like the Bollywood as a hierarchical, powerful force with lot of nepotism going on, and then there are, some actors, they're acting like 30 years or 40 years playing same kind of roles with a lot of monopoly going on in Bollywood and with lot of money involved. Do you think Bollywood is also patriarchy? Kind of, because it has money, power, right?
Right.
What do you say? I mean, do you think that Bollywood doesn't have patriarchy?
So it does, because
I mean, structural. I'm not saying attitudes. Attitude-wise, it may be different, but structurally, the Bollywood has a very big hierarchy, right? I mean, a new person has no chance.
So structurally, there are houses, there are groups, and you get launched either through those groups, or you struggle through the entire process of auditioning and keep on auditioning. Then you might land something or not. But yes, if you are in good tandem with those top 3 or top 4 groups which are spread across Bollywood, then obviously your chance of launching is better. And people who actually get launched are a part of nepotism, and they have those.
Okay, like Samir, just tell me, Sam, what about competition in Bollywood? Like male to male, female to female competition. I mean, in a patriarchal society, there is a lot of competition and rage, right? I mean, don't you see that?
See, yes, unless it's a woman. For women, they will give a star ratings also. They will just put her name, just like a producer's name in this casting list.
Right.
Just to show that they are more of women specific or female specific organizations. Just showing that this is what the patriarchy is.
See, at
They will
individual
show
level,
women
these people
here.
may claim to be feminist, but structurally,
Correct.
see, they are bringing this particular feminist theory from a book, ancient societies and all, where they say that societies are also like a human being. Okay, like Bollywood itself can be considered as a human being. Okay, let's say South Indian societies are considered as a human being. Now you can measure, right? Just like a person can have a patriarchal thinking or something, the cultures or organization can also be patriarchal. Like judiciary as an organization is like a human being, right? So same way, Bollywood as a whole organization is quite patriarchal in whatever way, if you really use that definition.
See, if we see about the older generation of Bollywood, you will see more males than females currently working in the industry. There is very less, like 10% or 10%, 15% only females will be there who are acting. Because in every movie we need a female senior actor also and a male also. But you will see a senior female will be a new fresher. They will not find a old this senior citizen or a old female doing an acting of a mother or a dadi.
The feminists will claim. By the way, feminists are talking about a Bollywood pay gap and Bollywood pay gap and Bollywood whatever, all these young women and women not having a career after 40 or whatever. Now what we'll do is we'll watch the other part. Can we?
सिमिलर और इक्वल राइट्स पाने के लिए आपको इक्वल होना जरूरी नहीं, आप सिमिलर हो वो काफी है।
कुदरत डाइवर्सिटी बनाती है मगर भेदभाव नहीं बनाती, वो भेद बनाती है, भेदभाव नहीं बनाती। नेचर मेक्स डाइवर्सिटी बट नॉट हायरार्की, नॉट इनइक्वालिटी। कुदरत के बनाए भेद को समाज भेदभाव में, डिस्क्रिमिनेशन में, इनइक्वालिटी में बदल देता है।
औरतें बच्चों को जन्म देती हैं, इसलिए उन्हें मैटरनिटी लीव मिलता है, लेकिन जब ऑफिस में औरतें काम करती हैं उन्हें आदमियों के बराबर पे किया जाना चाहिए। इस बात में कंफ्यूजन कैसा? हाँ, आदमी और औरत टोटली सिमिलर नहीं है एक दूसरे के, लेकिन एक ब्लैक आदमी और व्हाइट आदमी भी टोटली सिमिलर नहीं है एक दूसरे के। एक ऐसा आदमी जो 2 पैरों पर चल सकता है और एक ऐसा आदमी जो व्हील चेयर पर बैठा है, वो भी टोटली सिमिलर नहीं है एक दूसरे के। एक समझदार आदमी और एक बेवकूफ आदमी में भी फर्क होता है, लेकिन इक्वल राइट्स सबको दिए जाते हैं। इन डिफरेंसेस की वजह से ये तो नहीं कहा जाता ना कि इस टाइप के आदमियों को राइट्स नहीं मिलने चाहिए, एक बराबर राइट्स नहीं मिलने चाहिए। हर इंसान में दूसरे लोगों के कंपैरिजन में छोटे बड़े डिफरेंसेस एग्जिस्ट करते हैं, लेकिन इसका मतलब ये तो नहीं कि जो 2 पैरों पर चल सकता है उसे वोटिंग राइट्स दिए जाएं, जो व्हील चेयर पे बैठता है उसे वोटिंग राइट्स ना दिए जाएं। ये डिफरेंसेस इक्वल राइट्स ना देने का कारण नहीं बन सकते। तो घुमा फिरा के हम उसी पॉइंट पर वापस आते हैं।
Can you please stop? He is saying that there are differences between people and they cannot be a ground for denying people rights. Okay. Now, that's what we are saying. Just because men and women there are differences biologically. How can you deny men rights? Protection from domestic violence, protection from sexual harassment, or all these other things like access to child. So he is saying this, but they are being denied, and feminists are a party to it. See, he is claiming that there should not be discrimination between people, not just women, between any people, which is a great thought, which is a noble thought. तब तो उसको मेंस राइट्स की लड़ाई लड़नी पड़ेगी। ध्रुव राठी, MRA ध्रुव राठी बनना पड़ेगा उसको। फॉलोअर चले जाएंगे उसके, उसको फॉलोअर, फिर उसके ऊपर पेट्रियार्की लगेगी। फॉलोअर, बाय द वे, कैसे पेट्रियार्की? ध्रुव राठी इज अ अनमैनली मैन because he's talking about men's rights. Okay, Dhruv Rathee is a wimp, is a coward. He's an incel. Dhruv Rathee को लोग incel बोलेंगे because ध्रुव राठी समझे उतर के आके आदमी में जो एलिमनी की लूट चल रही है और शॉर्ट मैरिजेस, चाइल्ड का एक्सेस नहीं मिल रहा है, men facing false rape cases and sex with false rape cases, police is harassing the men and their parents. False 377 cases are going on, and the way Dhruv Rathee is saying right now so easily that भेदभाव नहीं होना चाहिए, भेदभाव हुआ तो क्या है, कोई लंगड़ा है, कोई ये है, कोई एक पैर से चल रहा है, कोई 2 पैर से चल रहा है, तो क्या उसको अधिकार कम ज्यादा होना चाहिए? तब तो उसको MRA बनना पड़ेगा, और MRA बनेगा तो उसको बोला जाएगा कि भाई तू निकम्मा है, तू लूजर है, तू इंसल है, तू पोटेंशियल रेपिस्ट है। ये सब टैग लगने वाले हैं अपने ध्रुव राठी भैया को।
नहीं, वो ध्रुव राठी भैया मेरे को मेंटेनेंस कैसे दिलाएंगे इक्वल राइट्स के थ्रू वुमेन से? फ्राउ
जूली को, his wife's name is Julie, right? So फ्राउ जूली,
एलुमिना है जो वुमेन को मिलता है वो मर्द को भी मिलने लगेगा। That means,
see, the point is this guy has completely, he's selling everything like with a nice package.
he looks
उसको MRA
like
करना पड़ेगा। Let us say he may have differences. He may not celebrate False Kiss Day, fine. He may not call women is a burden, fine. But उसको तो चाइल्ड कस्टडी की बात करनी पड़ेगी, चाइल्ड एक्सेस शेयर पेरेंटिंग की बात करनी पड़ेगी। अभी तक बोल दिया है ना, देखो अभी तक बोल दिया है, देखो अभी तक बोला नहीं होता तो चलता है, अभी बोल दिया है तो भाई अपनी इंटीग्रिटी रख। तो जो बोला ना, जो आदमी काला गोरा है, डिफरेंसेस है लोगों में, कोई एक पैर से चलता है, कोई 2 पैर से, कोई एक आंख से दिखता है, कोई 2 आंख से दिखता है, कोई अंधा है, तो उसकी मतलब ये नहीं कि तुम उनमें भेदभाव करोगे, राइट्स नहीं दोगे। दैट इज द पॉइंट, राइट? So that means that he has to now talk about shared parenting. He has to now talk about men not being given, men not having an access to domestic violence. He has to talk about all these issues, and he cannot say कि men have oppressed women for thousands of years. So now he cannot say that, right?
So does he actually knows about these issues, or he is immature enough?
Of course. Why he doesn't know? Why he doesn't know?
Or
He
he
knows
is showing that he is immature, innocent, feminist.
No, he thinks that no MRA will ever question him because he has never seen a MRA podcast till now. So he goes with this. So let us see what happens. So let's continue, but we have to rewind and hear it again, by the way.
बराबर राइट्स नहीं मिलने चाहिए। हर इंसान में दूसरे लोगों के कंपैरिजन में छोटे बड़े डिफरेंसेस एग्जिस्ट करते हैं, लेकिन इसका मतलब ये तो नहीं कि जो 2 पैरों पर चल सकता है उसे वोटिंग राइट्स दिए जाएं, जो व्हील चेयर पे बैठता है उसे वोटिंग राइट्स ना दिए जाएं। ये डिफरेंसेस इक्वल राइट्स ना देने का कारण नहीं बन सकता। तो घुमा फिरा के हम उसी पॉइंट पर वापस आते हैं कि जो फेमिनिस्ट स्ट्रगल है वो आदमी वर्सेस औरत की लड़ाई नहीं है, बल्कि पेट्रियार्कल लोग वर्सेस फेमिनिस्ट लोगों की लड़ाई है। और ये लड़ाई ना सिर्फ औरतों को इक्वल राइट्स देने की लड़ाई है, बल्कि
मेंस राइट्स है, आदमी
के राइट्स की भी लड़ाई है। सही सुना आपने,
ठीक है,
मेंस
सही सुना
राइट्स।
आपने,
बहुत से
रुक जाओ,
मेंस
सुन लिया, सही सुन लिया, सही सुन लिया। ये मैन वर्सेस वुमेन, वुमेन वर्सेस मैन की नहीं है, हर एक को मिलना चाहिए। Everybody should get some equal rights or some rights, not
So
like
I am
zero rights.
expecting him to stand with us with to get equal
With
maintenance.
banners. So Dhruv
Equal
Rathee, next
maintenance,
time when he
equal
comes to
alimony.
India, I have a proposal. Next time Dhruv Rathee comes to India, we give him free flight tickets in business class and let him come and hold our banners in Pune against false 377 cases and domestic violence law for men, sexual harassment law, which can also protect men, a bit of it, right?
Correct.
Otherwise, there is other proposal we have. You know, we all will go to Deutschland, Mumbai to Deutschland, Mumbai to München, that is Munich, right? We'll go there, or Mumbai to whatever city he wants, Mannheim, Hildesheim, some city, let him come there. हम वहां पे मेंशन रेस्ट करके मेंस राइट्स का खड़ा कर देते हैं वहां पे. We will also talk about, because he is busy, right? So we'll write otherwise in Hindi. So at least we will have a common thing going on, because he said every right should be for everybody. And here men cannot have rights. I mean, a man can't be protected from whatever, XYZ. तो उसका तो rights है नहीं. And he is saying that feminists will give men's rights. So there is no need for a men's rights movement. So let's close it down. And Dhruv Rathee will give us the feminists who will basically fight for our rights. Correct? Because there is no need for men's rights movement. Because feminism is men's movement.
What truth is?
He's not far away from reality. His audience is far away from reality. So he's counting on the audience.
कुदरत डाइवर्सिटी बनाती है मगर भेदभाव नहीं बनाती, वो भेद बनाती है, भेदभाव नहीं बनाती. नेचर मेक्स डाइवर्सिटी बट नॉट हायरार्की, नॉट इनइक्वालिटी. कुदरत के बनाए भेद को समाज भेदभाव में, डिस्क्रिमिनेशन में, इनइक्वालिटी में बदल देता है.
Okay, let's stop. So she is against hierarchy. So the message that I get is feminists are against hierarchy. Okay? Or at least they are against a very high level of hierarchy. Okay? Now let us ask the question, what are the prominent hierarchical organizations that we see all around us in 2024?
Corporate firms.
Corporate firms are very hierarchical.
Yes.
What else?
Judiciary. Judiciary is one of them.
Of course,
Obviously.
some judiciary is very hierarchical. It's feudal actually. Indian judiciary is feudal. What else is hierarchical, you think? Political parties and government is hierarchical.
Yes, government, yes.
Government is hierarchical. Okay. What about NCW? Has not MCW got a hierarchy? National Commission for Women and the State Commission for Women. They are hierarchical, right? So hierarchy means patriarchy. So that's what I got. If there is a big hierarchy, then there is patriarchy, right? Parliament is basically hierarchy, right? Because state legislature, and you have panchayat, then state legislature, then the parliament, and in the parliament members also there is a hierarchy. Senior members and junior members and the ministers and all that, right? Standing committees and all that. There is a hierarchy. Is there hierarchy in Bollywood? Or is there equality, diversity? Bollywood has more hierarchy, right?
Yes.
So
tech companies like Facebook में hierarchy नहीं है क्या? Facebook, Google, Twitter, or whatever. They have hierarchy, right?
Sir, according to me, if there would be no hierarchy, then there would be no order.
Correct.
No, forget about that. That solution we will not give. All these are hierarchical companies. Companies are hierarchy, judiciary is a hierarchy, United Nations is a hierarchy, World Economic Forum is a hierarchy, it sits on top of government, and UN Women is a hierarchy. But they are all partners of feminists. Why feminists are partnering with the hierarchy? The
Patriarchal
people who
mind.
are sitting on top of hierarchy, like the governments and feminists are partners.
Correct.
World Economic Forum is working closely with feminists. Bill Gates is working closely with feminists, and Mark Zuckerberg Jack Dorsey was working again. So all these hierarchies are friends of feminists. So feminists are not fighting hierarchy, or feminists are not fighting the so-called patriarchy, which is sitting on top of hierarchy. So why will they dismantle it? They are partners. Basically, they are sharing the bed. The hierarchy and feminism are sharing the bed.
Right.
See, we MRAs, we are not running any hierarchy in the society. If we have any hierarchy inside our organization, that is like 3-4 steps. They have huge hierarchy, like United Nations and feminism is going together. But United Nations is male dominated. So the male dominated Indian parliament and the feminists, they have a partnership talking about Nari Shakti and women and all that. So the hierarchy is trying to help women more than men, and hierarchy is harming men. So hierarchy वाला feminist का दोस्त हुआ ना.
Correct.
So
See,
actually, what they want to say, we don't want hierarchy. You know why? First of all, they are comparing hierarchy with patriarchy.
हाँ तो
Okay,
patriarchy,
they are
like Bill Gates is
comparing with
patriarchy, right? See,
they are comparing
Microsoft is
hierarchy with
patriarchy.
patriarchy, but
ठीक है, let's accept it.
side by side, they don't want anyone questioning them for any of their activities. That's what they want. That they are saying that they
So
don't
so
want
that
any
means
hierarchy.
today morning you will fight against patriarchy and or hierarchy, right? And today evening you will sleep with hierarchy because hierarchy giving you money, donations, funds, right?
They need
So
salary
the
also, na?
feminism sleeps with UN, United Nations. Feminism will sleep with tech company
Correct.
because tech company is giving money.
Correct.
Feminism will sleep with State Department of some country, the foreign department of, because they are giving them money. So for the sake of money, feminism gets along with hierarchy
Correct.
or
Yes.
patriarchy. And in the morning you say, we will smash patriarchy. And in the night you will sleep with patriarchy.
Correct.
Feminism is sleeping with patriarchy. Then they are the bedfellows. What is the goal of patriarchy? If there is a patriarchy, what is the goal? Its goal is to exploit people. The guy who is sitting on top of hierarchy, his goal is to exploit men and women, both,
Right.
right? And the feminists are telling them, we will be with you. You only exploit men, don't exploit women. So the
Hypocrisy.
feminists are telling you see, this is the red pill movement. Feminists are partnering with patriarchy or hierarchy, the top guy on the top of hierarchy or patriarchy. They are telling, you are always exploiting men and women. You are exploiting people. That is your job to thrive, right? A company, big company exploits people, right? Government or powerful entities are always exploit the people. That's the communist argument I am bringing. Now, feminists are saying, okay, you are a government, you exploit everybody, like the cultures and everything is a hierarchy. They exploit people. So you exploit men, that is okay. You don't exploit women.
Woman.
So instead of exploit, so you don't exploit. So you give women freebies.
So
You
that means
you
suddenly
give
they
something else.
so suddenly they forgot the equality.
Yeah, yeah. Because see, has any feminist protested against Microsoft or tech giants or the governments or the judiciary? In the sense that if this is the hierarchy is the problem, then you would have protested. But you are partnering with them. Some
Yes.
feminist will become like this particular judge who is now Chief Justice of India, Chandrachud ji. He calls himself a male feminist. Fair enough. Now, if he is a male feminist, see, Dhruv Rathee said everybody should be, if you believe in equality, you should be a male feminist. Now we have a perfect example of a male feminist who is Harvard educated.
Correct.
He's a great person with great background. Why he is allowing patriarchy to continue? For men, no child access, 1 crore, 4 crore, 10 crore alimony demands for 6 months marriage. No, see, if he would have already put constitutional benches to discuss about men being denied protection and justice for rape.
His constitutional bench itself has 9
He could
judges
have
out of
put
those.
men being sexually harassed. Like there are enough men who said that in Bollywood there is male casting couch, right? And there is no protection for the male casting couch. He would have put constitutional bench to address sexual harassment at workplace law, domestic violence law, the rape laws, and the law of stalking or law of civil sexual harassment. That, he didn't do that. So Dhruv Rathee is saying we should be male feminist. I'm ready. But Chandrachud ji is a self-declared male feminist. He is not following it. And here the patriarchy and feminism, they are cooperating with one another. Like what did feminists do with 490? If there is a problem in the family, the feminist will bring the patriarchal police into the house or the judiciary into the house, and the man will be beaten up. A man can be lynched or beaten up. He can be attacked.
See,
It is likely that the woman's brother will hit the man. There are enough incidents of a situation where the wife's brother has hit the man. Do you call it feminism or patriarchy? You should see, if he is giving the example of road rage. How can a woman's brother or father hit her husband? If the road rage example you are saying, then in this case there should be action, right? So this entire thing is so superficial and theoretical, and there is nothing is there. For example, United Nations ko dekho, World Economic for Hollywood or Bollywood or whatever. There is a collaboration going on between patriarchy and feminism. How many feminists have come out on the streets saying we will give up our bus passes, free bus passes, and instead here are 100 poor men in Bangalore. We give our bus passes to them, and those men will will identify as women. थोड़ा वोकगिरी कर दो ना, अपना बस पास ट्रांसफर कर दो. How many women have put a change.org petition saying I am a middle class woman, I don't need that 200 rupees or whatever free, give it to a poor man. There are poor men, right?
But they want a seat which is occupied by a man, and that too is not a reserved seat.
See, Dhruv Rathee will say that they are not real feminists. There are women also who are not following feminism. He will say all that thing. I mean, ye pura, this is, how he sounds. He sounds just similar to Tanmay Bhatt. Tanmay Bhatt also did a 2, 3, 4 minute video claiming, what is feminism. So feminism is all about both.
I felt his video was just like a scam.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely superficially these people are talking, and absolutely the feminism today is funded by patriarchy. It is funded by rich and powerful men. The goal of rich and powerful men throughout human history is to make slaves out of ordinary men, so that these rich and powerful men get maximum women.
Right.
Rich and powerful men, their job is to send the men to a war or send the man to a sea. And that is what is going on. And feminism is a nice instrument in the hands of rich and powerful men
To control other men.
And all this talk that, see, this lady, Kamala Bashir, she was working for UN, the most hierarchical, non-transparent, bureaucratic organization. I mean, I think I'm right. She was working in Southeast Asia somewhere for 20 years or 15 years. She was working for UN, which is like a completely hierarchical organization. And she's giving this talk. Absolutely. सब कुछ बिकता है in this world. And snake oil also sells. So what other things we should talk next? Dhruv Rathee भैया ने तो कर दिया. अभी अच्छा हुआ टॉक्सिक मास्कुलिनिटी के टॉपिक नहीं निकाला उसने. Honestly speaking, समझ में नहीं आता इसको क्या किया जाए. I mean, this entire thing is like a complete mess now, with so much of misinformation being propagated that feminism is all about egalitarian stuff and equality. Then why don't they start male
So
studies under feminist
does
department.
people of this hierarchy which we are talking about watch his videos?
Congress people must be
Nobody will
watching.
watch. Nobody will watch.
Congress people may be
He
watching.
his feminist friends will only watch.
See, Rahul Gandhi is a big feminist, right? He claims to be a
He
big
will also
feminist.
not watch. He will also
So
not watch.
Rahul Gandhi will free men and women from patriarchy.
But
That's
he
what you are
himself is a
hoping.
part of patriarchy society.
Yeah, तो वही है ना, वही है. You know, see, if you are using privilege which you inherit, then you are patriarchy.
Hmm.
See, if you, of course,
Of the
Rahul Gandhi
paper.
has two legs.
Hmm.
Some guy has one leg in Congress. So he's a Congress karyakarta. And Rahul Gandhi has mama on top of him. So दोनों में इक्वल होना चाहिए. कांग्रेस के अंदर में राइट्स इक्वल नहीं है. राहुल गांधी has inherited.
We have
राहुल
seen
गांधी has
his past
inherited. And so कांग्रेस पार्टी में इक्वल नहीं हो रहा है ना. कांग्रेस पार्टी में हायरार्की है, कोटरी है, ऊपर से हायरार्की है, वो फैमिली से हायरार्की बनता है. एंड ध्रुव राठी वो हायरार्की को क्वेश्चन नहीं कर रहा है. राहुल गांधी वाला हायरार्की. राहुल गांधी
ध्रुव राठी को थोड़े से जो है he just wanted to ride that wave because that is the trend. तो वही wave ride कर लो without knowing the ground realities, without knowing हो क्या रहा है exactly. बस एक
without
वीडियो
caring about ground reality.
है ना सर.
Doc, you are from Mumbai. You know waves के साथ कचरा भी आता है.
बिल्कुल.
Right.
वो
क्या
कचरा है उस वेव का.
तो ठीक है, अभी वही तो जरूरी है ना सब लोग को बताना कि भाई जो कचरा आ रहा है ये कचरा ही है. ये तुम ये मत समझना कि बैंड स्टैंड पे या फिर मरीन ड्राइव पे
नहीं,
वेव्स का मजा नहीं जानते तुम.
next time we'll go through the comments. Next time we'll go through the comments of the people. कौन क्या बोल रहा है ध्रुव राठी की वीडियो के नीचे.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what has happened. Some Bollywood actresses gave idealistic definitions of feminism. So many people did it before. So Dhruv Rathee jumped in to tell the people the textbook definition of feminism. कि हम सब मिलके कोलैबोरेट करके पेट्रियार्की से लड़ेंगे. बट इधर एलिमनी, इधर फॉल्स केस, इधर कुछ भी हो जाएगा. वो बोलेगा कोलैटरल डैमेज है. Like you are oppressing women since last 10,000 years, since the Ice Age, since Neanderthal times. So बेटा एडजस्ट कर लो.
ठीक है, 100-200 साल आप और झेल लो फिर.
हम तो 20 साल देख चुके हैं.
नहीं, हम 100 साल और झिलवा देते फिर.
Good. Anyway, so let's close now. ठीक है. So we'll talk the other topics some other day. Good. Thanks, guys. By the way, I forgot. Everybody needs to share and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. That is what is the most important thing. And let's target some at least 500 subscriptions. हम बहुत बड़ा सब्सक्रिप्शन नहीं बोल रहे. कैरी मिनाटी जैसे बोल नहीं रहे कि मिलियन सब्सक्रिप्शंस चाहिए. We are asking only 500 subscriptions. Take care, guys. Share and subscribe.
Hit the bell icon, guys. Hit the bell icon.
Hit the bell icon. Yeah. Take care. Thanks, guys. By the way, I forgot. Everybody needs to share and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. That is what is the most important thing. And let's target some at least 500 subscriptions. हम बहुत बड़ा सब्सक्रिप्शन नहीं बोल रहे. कैरी मिनाटी जैसे बोल नहीं रहे कि मिलियन सब्सक्रिप्शंस चाहिए. We are asking only 500 subscriptions. Take care, guys. Share and subscribe.
Hit the bell icon, guys. Hit the bell icon.
Hit the bell icon. Yeah. Take care.